Welcome to Lisa's grandbaby law. This is them Gators, by the way, and this here is Tracy, and this is a good friend of Lisa's, and she's got something to say that she wants to talk to y'all today. Okay, here
Well,
you go.
this is my opinion on Lisa's grandbaby law.
Look in the camera, honey.
It just only those of us who really knew her or really had this happen in your life or in your family will understand what I'm saying. So if you've had the misfortune experience of witnessing this terrifying horror shit that goes on nowadays, let me tell you, it's no good. But
Did Lisa told you? Didn't Lisa tell you that
you couldn't even begin to understand the
she
pain this
wouldn't come
woman
out of the
went through,
hospital?
for selfish and greed in somebody else's pocket. I'm not blaming the whole place, but I'm blaming those of them who knew and did nothing. So, well, Lisa was a beautiful soul. She was my best friend. She was a sister of mine, a soul sister, however you want to call it. I don't care. We were just that good connected. We might have grown apart there in the end, but under certain circumstances, I still feel her in my soul, man, and I'll always love her. She had
That's
a
because you're
beautiful
my
soul. She
ex.
did her whole life was for her family, her son, first and foremost, her family, and grandbabies. The grandbabies she never got to see born, the grandbabies that were already born, the grandbabies that she raised as children. So I'm just going to let you know she was a good person.
Did she not tell you that she wasn't gonna come out of the hospital when she went the next time?
Yeah, she said when I go again, I'm not coming out.
Yeah, you said, "Oh, come on now."
Yeah, and I didn't believe it. I tried to give her a breathing machine, but that's here nor there. How she died wasn't a heart attack. She did not have heart problems. Maybe she went into cardiac arrest and they got her back, but she was breathing and moving, and she was still with us anyway for the first seconds of the time she was there. But uh, you'll understand one day. But you know, don't you need to wake up because I'm going to tell you now. You don't have to believe it, but there's 111,000 people in the world today that are organ donors beyond their control because they don't want to be, and there's people on the internet now. When it happens in your family, it doesn't have to be your spouse, your child. It can be your aunt. It's going to hit you so hard. You're going to remember me. You're going to remember this. You're going to remember this because I told you so. If you've ever seen the movie Purge, you ain't got to kill them. They're killing them already. You don't even worry about shooting people. They're taking them out. And it's really sad. I would never, was skeptic. I thought this was crazy. This is not happening. You know, they were guarding her in the morgue. I couldn't even freaking get to the morgue. They guard Elvis Presley. They guard, Michael Jackson, maybe. They were guarding her, for God's sake. For what? To be fucking
They
cremated?
wouldn't let me down there, would they?
No, and he watched her for 10 years. Nobody else really saw her for 10 years, but this man right here gave her every meal she ever had, gave her everything she ever had, gave her a life she never had. I saw a twinkle in her eye. She never listened to country music, had a rebel flag hanging. Who
She
the
told me
hell
my.
was
She
she?
said my mentor was my
Yeah,
guarantee. You
it
pointed
was
that out.
amazing, man. She was finally where she wanted to be in life, and you would never know it, but she was the happiest, didn't care, go lucky. She never met a stranger. If she didn't
She
like you, she
loved
didn't like
everybody.
you. You didn't
Yeah.
come to her yard. She said, "Hey, how you doing? Have a glass of sweet tea." It was get the bye. There's no fakeness there. She let you know what was on her mind, when it was on her mind, and how it was on her mind. Let's get it over with. Let's do it quick, and let's get it out of here.
Yeah. She
And
didn't like you.
that's
She didn't like you
that's
though.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. She didn't. I don't know. So just wake up and know that it's happening and they're there. And if you watch an episode of, I ain't even gonna go there. Welcome back, Cotter, back in the '70s, people. That's probably before your time if you're youngins, but they talk about it on there. You can get one on the street, a kidney. You can go on
Yeah. Well,
Facebook and see a
that's on
date
a
that it's
that's
happening.
on a show, and this is real life.
But I mean, they're kidding about it then. It was not far fetched, people. Not
No,
far
and
fetched.
it's really happening.
They've been doing it in the Philippines and everywhere else on children, just slaughtering them. Man, it's an ongoing thing. You can Google it, you can YouTube it, you can watch everybody's experience just like I did because I've looked into it. People don't just go on and look into organ donating. It's something I've never thought of
I never
till it
thought of it
happened in
either.
this family.
I didn't.
Period. So she had no choice. She had no say. It's went too damn far. I'm telling you that. It's come to light. It is here. It is happening, and it's went too damn far. And I would make it my life mission to bust somebody because
You have to for our
this is
grandchildren.
our America, man. We have no choice. If you vote and you have a bank account and you are somebody, okay, and a social security number in this America we have, just because you might not have any insurance, you got somebody that's on a bank account that has over, you know,
She was on my bank
a
account.
stability amount in
She
it
was in
and coming
joint.
in it.
Yeah, she
There's
was.
money to be had, okay? There's family, you know. I just don't get it. Didn't even let him say goodbye to her.
No, they wouldn't. Step back, sir.
Yeah.
Step back, sir.
But This is my rant and rave for today, people.
I'm gonna sue you if you take her
Just
organs.
remember,
You can
Lisa's
do that, sir.
grandbaby law.
You can do that,
There's
sir.
a reason for it. It's a soul
Step back
thing,
now, sir.
and it is for organ donating without your knowledge, but it is for Lisa's grandbaby law because that's all she ever wanted was go see her grandbabies. That's it.
That was all,
was
and
her
it
world,
stopped.
man.
And
And
I'm
they
the
stopped her.
one. I'm the one that named it. I named the law. I'm gonna show up to. I'm gonna write this bill up. I've got some volunteers that are coming in now, and they're gonna help me. And we're gonna write this bill up, and we're gonna take it all the way to the White House if we have to. It's Lisa's grandbaby laws. It does is it stops organ donating the way it is right now. You got to have your brain splattered all over the car. Your head's got to be busted before they can take your organs. They better get them fast though, because they're not gonna be. It's not gonna be
and
like
they're
this.
slick. You gotta watch them, bud. You gotta watch them.
You gotta keep a family member all the time there, and
there was a clause in this when the phone was left there, and it's on a speak command. Somebody must have said
yeah,
something about video because
yeah,
it
they probably
started
saying, oh,
videotaping.
he's taking videos or he's taking pictures. And that's what started it. It started, I thought supernatural. I'm going freaking out, but it was.
It's graphic.
It's just, it's technology
and skin tape can cover up a lot of shit.
We can have robotics, and you can see the skin tape that they put on there. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. She looked at. She went. She went.
Well, we got the hole that's there, and we got the cleanup too that makes it look like she's been untouched, but we know because it's not her.
Mm-hmm.
She moved her hand. They broke it. It swelled up that big. The next day, she couldn't even move her freaking hand, man.
I know.
She tried to say something.
Yeah, man.
There's no tongue, man. The tongue is gone. There's no more talking. No more talking.
I don't know about that. What is this that popped up here? Warning.
Oh, no, they just want you to be
All
Sorry,
right.
guys, that happened.
I'm gonna get out of your. Go ahead, talk to them. Tell the people what it is. This is your grandbabies that may be in jeopardy. We may be in jeopardy.
You might be gone, dead and gone. But if you don't wake up to this reality and really see what's going on, people, doctors are human, nurses are human, helicopter pilots are human.
They all get paid.
They all get paid. Yep. And if you can't pay, each one of your organs is $1 million.
Her bill was $183,905, I believe. And what she said in that dream that she had a little dream, she said it was she heard over $1 million. And of course they have 4 or 5 rooms there, so every one of them might have been organ donors. And
30 days before she went in the hospital, people, she had a dream.
She did. That was a hell of a dream.
She had a dream, and it all came true except for one thing. She died. To the man that came in that needed something with a cane, man, he was there.
It was a couple things, like, where she didn't want to tell me about her son.
Right.
Son's wife putting it on Facebook that she was 54 and died, and she
was
breathing, her heart's beating,
Yep.
But that's neither here nor there, that's.
Well, you know what? She never
I hope they come around and
either.
the kid will go after that
her
hospital.
Her son was God to her.
Because they can't, they don't have
a right.
She said,
Justin, you're an asshole. You pulled that plug, buddy.
Don't say that, bad.
I hate it. That's the way I feel, and I'm telling y'all my opinion.
This is gonna be for the whole world to see.
So children, listen. When you're under 30 and you don't believe nobody but a doctor, listen. You better get a second, third, and fourth opinion. You better get off your ass and go where they're at and take notice.
I want him to go. I want him to sue this hospital because I can't, because they say I'm not her husband. But I need them to sue him. Need to sue this hospital for telling you that they're going to pull the oxygen off of her and make you make that terrible decision what you did.
Give him 5 seconds to tell his wife goodbye.
I'm sorry about this whole thing.
We're taking her to the lab.
Hey, this ain't your mama deserves this.
We don't have a patient
I'm gonna put all the rest of my life is gonna be dedicated to Lisa, and they're stealing her organs, and you don't. Hey, you want to do something? Let's get that hospital and teach them a lesson, okay? And
the people that are responsible, the doctors that signed the papers,
the hospital, everybody that's involved in it.
But the hospital might not know.
Well, if they don't know, the investigators have to find that out.
And when they do find out, they'll probably get a cut. So keep watching. You know what I mean?
No, there's some good investigators out there that's not going to be able to take no pay. You can't pay them off.
You couldn't pay me to kill somebody's damn daughter, somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother.
I'm sure there's one investigator, just one investigator, at the sound of my voice, that doesn't need a paycheck.
And if you believe in our Jesus Christ, a life for a life, he said. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the 10 Commandments. So
I want to see them all on death row, man. I do. I really do. That girl that pushed me out of the way with her body,
some type of way, and I'm sorry about that, but
But
You
you
will
know,
one day
she's
if
a
you just hide
demonette,
and watch.
and she's a demonette, and it's going to be a bad life or bad ending for her existence. You
And the
know,
reason she was so
because she's
into
going to go
it
to
is
hell.
because her husband that passed away too, she was a widow before she got with this man, but that was a long time ago, but he kept saying it and she kind of watched and thinks they did it to him.
Yeah, she dreamed this little bear. You know, there's a little bear on Facebook or something that's running and say, "Hey man, you ain't. I'm out of here. Bye."
Give me
And
my
so,
bong.
yeah, I'm out of here.
Bring in my bong.
I didn't want to say that, but that's okay.
What the
They see
hell?
it's a little bear, and this is my image of her dream. See, she had a dream that she was running down the dirt road chasing Phillips organs. And then I told her, that was just about a few years ago, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I said, man, you're still in mourning. I'm worried about you. It's been a long time since Philip's been dead, and you're still in love with him like that. That'd be bad for me. And she said, no, no, you don't understand. Yeah,
When they're in the ground, what are you
I
gonna do,
don't believe
man?
that. I didn't. I have
You
full
can't
love for
help
you.
that.
But see, no, the thing of it is that dream is real. She was dreaming about him stealing getting his organs stolen, and he was he had $1 million bypass surgery just before this, and the guy and the doctor's so
Was
good
up
up
eating,
there
talking,
in the same
everything the day
place,
before he
and they
died.
put a stent in the back of his heart. This time he had no insurance, had no money,
It makes
and
me
stayed there
think
two
my
weeks, and
husband
then
died. The
boom, he's
night
dead.
before, he was so constipated, he got up, did his thing, kissed me, we talked. He was sitting up, he was walking around, never woke up again. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that then, but you know what? I don't know. I didn't know then what I know now. So it kind of makes me feel like
How
I
long have they?
wasn't paying
How
attention.
how long have they been doing this? But I mean, I believe he probably died of natural causes because he had all that insurance and all, and they and just
It
uh,
doesn't matter just because you don't have insurance. We have the right to, doctors, y'all go to school to
they're
help
gonna get
lives, not
paid,
to
but
the greed. You
yeah,
go to help people. If you
yeah.
see a damn kid fall on the ground and you're at Disney World, what are you gonna do? I ain't a doctor. I ain't got no money. Fuck
Hell,
that shit.
they can
That
sell
ain't.
your organs
You
for a
might as
million
well quit
dollars.
your job now.
They can sell your organs for $1 million
Go drive an
legally.
ambulance, man.
Legally. They just burned. I can't stand the thought of them getting my organs and making money off of me and my kid, or nobody's
Well,
gonna
my
get nothing.
license says not an organ donor. When
Yeah.
I go, I want to go. It's not a big
It
thing,
doesn't
but I
matter.
know how they take them
Lisa's
now, and I know
license.
what they do to take them now, and it's inhumane. And you know
Lisa,
what?
yeah, I see
It
me.
might make me a vegetarian.
Lisa dang driver's license says she's not a donor too. She didn't want to
But
be a
they
donor.
got them.
Yeah, they did. They stole her organs. And you know what? The doning tag on
And
her
the
leg
only thing she said,
tells you what they
I
were going
don't
to do,
want to
whether
be an
they got
organ
them or
donor.
not.
Don't let them take my organs. And how do you
How you going to
help
stop
a
them?
person and stop somebody when the whole goddamn system is fucked?
Man, she said, don't let them take my organ, Gator. I got things said no over my whole
Look,
dead
I'm not.
body.
I'm not saying I'm a
Would I
great
let that
person. I ain't
happen?
done stuff for
But
money myself,
that is the most
but
ignorant
not
thing
that.
anybody can say. Don't ever say that you can.
There's a difference between
I just
hustling and murdering.
Man,
Okay.
I was naive, and I'm a man enough to stand up and say that. I was naive to think that this hospital couldn't do this, and them people did what they done. Oh my God!
It's the
And her
same
dream is
thing as
just
her
how do
standing
you
up on
live with
that
something like that?
gurney and pulling a gun on that doctor and him just blowing her head off. It's the same thing. She never did that.
She never hurt nobody,
That's the only
man.
thing I would say that would rectify him for doing what he did. So that's what I think he did. He just went up to her and shot her in the frickin' head, man.
Whoever pulled that
And made that
oxygen.
decision that her life was going to end that damn
Hey,
day.
the nurse said that she lived for 8 minutes. She's probably telling the truth, but they shut her up though. She's not breathing now. So that's a bad thing right there. There's some people
Well,
living on a
usually
ventilator
when
for
they
3 years.
decide to pull the plug when it's breathing, they pull the plug and they let you say your goodbyes first, and you watch it be pulled. Nobody seen it.
They wouldn't
Nobody
let
knows
me.
what time it happened. They were taking her to the lab.
Yeah, when they took her to the lab, that was the end, and she noted, and that's where it stopped at. It stops at she goes like
They said
actually,
she was brain
yeah, it
dead.
stops with her. It does in the
A little
dream. In
girl was brain
reality,
dead.
it stopped with
2 years later, she's
with the
dancing.
with the old man. Remember, her going to the lab side by side with the old man. Okay, well that's not exactly the way it went down because Justin was the last thing, and then she went to the lab. But she didn't. First she said she went to the lab, and then Justin, you know, and she
Well,
didn't,
I
she didn't
walk
want to
up
tell me
there to
about
the
it, Frank.
Gainesville Hospital and tell them I'm her sister.
But Justin
And
didn't
I
have
want
nothing
some
to do with
answers
it,
because they
though.
said she
Justin's
wasn't
wife is
there. I'm not her sister.
the one
They're
that put it on
guarding
there.
her organs, not her, because if they were guarding her, they would have found out if
That's
I
what I told
was
her
her
anyway.
sister.
But she didn't. She probably didn't going in and out of that with that medicine. She might not have heard me say. She just heard Justin. And then if it's his wife, that's Justin too. So it doesn't really matter. You know. That's how she believes. You know, whatever he. You know, whatever. They took my manhood away from me.
Well,
When they wouldn't let me. When they wouldn't
there
let me.
is a God,
They wouldn't let me
and
see my
Lisa
woman die,
does
man. That's
deserve
bad.
better because there is a video of a nurse in blue gloves taping her fucking whole side of her jaw back together to put these clamps on it and skin tape for us not to know what the hell's going on. No
Right.
tongue, no eyes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. They got her.
Yeah,
They got her
no
eyes
eyes.
glued. They got her eyes glued. I thought that was tears. You know,
No,
see that's
I
how
knew
dark
it
it
was.
is in
I know
there.
what skin tape looks like. My mother had a colostomy. I changed her bag monthly, daily, you name it. Skin tape went around it. You know, I am a professional on skin tape. Just tell you that.
Yeah.
And Lisa had eyebrows. Lisa had wrinkles. She didn't have scars, man. She didn't have scars like that.
Oh my goodness, that one you can see how they dug in there. They pulled that whole lip of her eyelid back.
Okay, let me tell you, they froze her. Okay, they said she went into cardiac arrest. Whatever, froze her. Dry blood coming out of her ears. I guess she wasn't healed enough from where they jerked her wide open, so they froze her again. After they unfroze her, it didn't heal fast enough for them because you know when you freeze somebody, shit heals. Blood don't flow. The shit is going back together. Well, they didn't wait long enough, and they let her unfreeze and blood coming
That's
out
why
of
she
every
said back
hole
in that
she
dream,
had.
"I'm cold. It's
So
so
they
cold
put
in
her
here."
ass back to freeze. I saw her in the morgue laying on a slab, and let me tell you something. It
They
was the
wouldn't let you
damnedest
take no
thing I
pictures
ever
or nothing.
seen. I kissed her on the lips, though. She still had dry blood coming out her ears. They'd never cleaned her.
Did they? Hey, did the law not take your camera?
Yeah, I was going to take a picture of it. They told me it wasn't allowed. Too big hospital
I
cops.
call them donor guards.
Donor guards, yeah. Michael Jackson, maybe.
No,
Not Lisa. Not Lisa. You know.
What is Lisa's got to be? And this is before the
And
next
why
day
was
we
it
went
so
there.
no to take? I have pictures of my dead husband in his coffin on the gurney at the viewing.
Why wouldn't they let me see them?
I'm Indian. We believe in that shit.
Boy, I didn't get to see her die. That's a shame.
But
They might have killed
thank
her
you,
already
America, and
anyway,
give a
though, by
comment on what you feel.
when
If
she
this has happened to
meditated.
you, hell, let
Medicated.
us know your story. We're out here, we're hurting, and I'm sure there's
Yeah. Anybody got
a
any
donor
evidence?
anonymous. I don't know, but if just give us a holler back on his YouTube page, and it's Lisa's grandbaby law, and it's for a reason. It's for a good cause. It's not
It's
for
not
nothing that they're not out there doing. And if you Google it, you will be
It
amazed.
it will stop organ donor the way it is right now, where brain dead is the way they're taking your organs.
And
brain
I will
dead.
guarantee you, if this hasn't happened to you, you've never Googled organ donor, never thought about it, never thought, well, whatever, I'm not an organ donor. Google it, look into it, and really see what we are saying.
That's
Because
some
it's
good
going
advice.
to happen
Yeah.
in every family, every walk of life. Maybe not in your lifetime, but your children's lifetime or their children's lifetime. Somebody will donate an organ.
It's
And they won't be donating, it'll be a given. They have no say.
Brain dead is what they're using to steal your organs right now. Brain dead.
And you have no
being brain
insurance.
dead, and being brain dead is the way they're doing it. And the law.
And Obama insurance ain't cutting it, people, because
No,
that ain't nothing to them.
Lisa's grandbaby law is stop brain dead. It's that's the key. That's the key words that I want to eliminate from the law now. That's what Lisa's grandbaby law will do. Say yes, saying no to organ donating.
That's right.
That's the whole deal right there. But if you do want to be a willing donor, this is going to have to go through the judge. It's going to go through the court system, and to make put a person that's in a coma as an organ donor. Make sure that all the parties involved have had had their say. Their doctors are allowed to come there. This is the kicker. There's the preachers of the community who come in there and monitor all patients that are in a coma or organ donor. Make sure that they clean their beds, sheets, and being taken care of because they're given the gift of life. Okay.
Right.
And I
if
want
somebody's
that.
in the hospital, look around to the next patient, the next family, the next family.
Part of
Make
her
sure it's
dream
not going
to
on
be a
there.
reality now that she's dead, because she said and she wanted an entity to watch them, make sure this don't ever happen again.
Could be your wife, your husband,
If we can
your
save
child.
one person, that's all that matters. If I can save one
then
person,
it'll hit home.
I'll be doing her
Don't be
good.
too late. We're trying, somebody's got to storm Congress. If you never say nothing, you'll never do nothing. It'll never stop. We're all human, yes, we were born sinners, but I don't believe you have the right to take a person's life with your knowledge. I do not believe that.
No, and see that's what God don't like ugly, and he got Lisa and let her jump back in
Now,
time and
doctors
tell
see a lot of
herself.
dead,
And then he got a gator doing on his mouth,
but
and
they're not supposed
I've
to
got a big
kill for
mouth, so
money.
I can do that, And I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Make another office visit. It's a
And
little more money.
just look at the
They're
video.
still alive.
Look, if you didn't see the video, look at the video with the blue gloves where the phone, where I thought it was supernatural, but it wasn't. It was just technology is wonderful, and the voice activated phone. They probably said
And
something
eyes
about.
are everywhere, people. Look out. It's
They
come
probably
to, like
said
I said,
something
it's come
about
too far. It is
pictures.
come to light, and it's going to stop. And
Yeah.
people are not putting up with it
He's
anymore.
taking pictures.
It's
Or
taking,
he's taking
they're
videos.
getting more and more greedy.
Shit.
That's why it's coming to light, people.
Uh-huh.
If they don't stop and they're so greedy that they have to have more, that's what's going to bust them. That's what's going to put them down, and God's going to judge them. I'm not even worried about that.
I just taking the video. I really didn't have no idea. I thought she was gonna live. She told me she's gonna live, and so I had no idea that those videos that I was taking were for this purpose right here is to bust them. But because you could say I don't know. I was taking that video to show her doctors because I couldn't get the doctors to come up there. They said they're not allowed. I called from her bed. They said, oh no, they can't come up here. They're not allowed to. What the heck, man? That's her daughter.
And in
She
the
wanted
policy at the damn hospital, it says
policy.
if you're going to be an organ donor, you must be counseled by your doctor. Your doctor can have the last say so. Your personal doctor can have the last say so over any doctor that is treating you. Okay, is it so wrong when you say, okay, she's brain dead? Well, can we get a head doctor in here? Well, it looks to me like that's unethical.
The doctor said that was unethical.
Okay, well, should I ask for a podiatrist?
No, it's unethical for me to get a brain dead doctor in there to look at a brain dead patient. How about that?
And pleaded with them when they were taking her away.
Had 7 days. And whoever pulled that oxygen off of her, it needs to be on death row, and I want to pull a switch on you. Okay.
Okay, and
the rest of you are felony murder. I don't believe there's anything else, but you got murder and felony murder, and the rest of you are felony murder.
Well, I hope it was worth the money.
All the way down to the dude that pushing the cart.
I hope it happens to your firstborn.
Yeah, and the donor guards and the
not really,
and all the ones that's in the police cars and the little cop cars.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
And the ambulance drivers and the ambulance people, everybody that knows about this and has just ignoring it, or they a part of it. You're going down, okay?
If you're ignoring it, wake up. You have
to
understand.
That's up to the investigators to find out, in the district attorney to find out if they have an indictment there or not.
But I don't want to pull a switch. I want you to go to jail for life. I want you to think about what you've done. I want you to sit in solitary confinement and drive yourself crazy over everybody's family that you killed.
These dirty old people, man.
Death is too good.
Yeah, well,
because
if you die, it's over with, right?
So when you see her in the afterlife, she's already forgave you, people. That's who she was.
That's what she was.
I would have never. I will get you. I will wait at the heaven's door to watch you be judged. Because I'm not going to judge you now. It's not my choice.
I don't know though. They made her go to. Hey, I think because she can not like you. I mean, hate you. And that's it's not good in the Bible. I was looking at that, but she got dang.
Our sins are lesser than their sins. Every sin is a sin. They say they're equal. No, I believe murder.
That's just a human. That's a human thing to do that. She didn't have no choice. They were taking her out.
What's done is done. But just know, you're destroying people. You are taking hearts and stomping on them. You are taking somebody's mother.
Man, I hated to even dissect a frog when I was in. And I've hunted for food all my life and shit, and it didn't bother me. And but to do a frog and to kill it, you're not gonna eat it or nothing. What's wrong? And I mean, my mind just didn't grasp it right now. I killed a whole lot of animals.
She never hurt nobody.
But I never thought about it that way. Save a bug. You understand? And they took her and they put her up there on that bed there, and she's jumping around and kicking around and trying to spit the tube out, and they stopped her from doing that, and they did. And the Mitchell Aaron Sr. 301 Harbert Valley Road, Toccoa, Georgia, 30577. Write me today. And I just wanted to thank Tracy for being on here and taking the time. And she didn't really want to do it, but she's going to the hospital and she's got 777 on her thing. I'm scared to death that they're going to make her organ donor because She don't have no insurance
Well,
either.
they're
But
not going to do it because they take the good.
you gotta
Because
get you some insurance. Huh?
nobody's going to voice their opinion like this for me, and Lisa's going to make a difference. We're going to try, and people help us out. Give us your story. You know, if you need us to put
Yeah,
our
send
word out
me your
there for you, we
donations,
sure
and
will.
I need some volunteers. I need more. The ones we working with um aren't too bright about it.
All right,
We're not into that system part of the system. You know, I haven't got. I got a couple of them now. They're pretty smart, but they're busy. You know, and they don't.
well, just help us get his wife and my best friend word out there. Let's let her get the last word. Let's not let her die in vain. Thank you.
No, that's right. That's a good thing. Thank you very much.